prior to this, my team have always been the K2 climber, right? The Himalaya, the second largest mountain in the world, guys. But believe it or not, is the hardest one to climb, right? So to hear that your team is the Himalayans, I'm all stoked out. I'm excited to be with such an incredible, wonderful group of individual here, and the fact that we're on the same page, and the fact that you're on here tonight, that ought to make you a winner. And I don't know what more I can share when it comes to success. But I just want to share my story real quick. And for those that have never got a chance to know me or wonder who in the world is this boy with a wannabe Superman, right? A shirt. My name's K2, and I'm from the Bay Area. And I noticed that I saw some Bay Area folks on there, and the slide is okay. You guys can see that Superman, right? And I've always believed that inside all of us, there's something that we all have that can make a difference. Can you guys just give me a quick minute? For some reason, my battery just somehow is showing up that it's not charged. So give me just one quick minute. Sorry about that, guys. For whatever reason, somehow the battery is not showing that it was charging. But other than that, back to my story. I'm so sorry about that. And with that being said, my story is very simple. Like many of you guys, we traveled to America, in 1981, like any other family out there, immigrants, right? And that's me and my incredible sister, Terry, too. Some of you guys might probably heard about her. Some of you guys don't know. She's not my wife. She's my older sister, right? And she is my benefactor. She's the reason why I started into this type of business, right? And so I started at the time when I was 19. So many of you guys, just to let you know, for whatever reason, if you guys have ever been in an industry where, this is a place where you can bring families and friends and people you love, people you care about together. So with that being said, team, we came here as an immigrant. My father's been fisherman for many, many years, and that's what we've done. No one ever went above and beyond other than being a fisherman. So we didn't came from a lineage of something great, but one thing we knew, we wanted to be something great. Like many of our families, our loved ones that came here, we wanted to be something great. We wanted to make a difference. We wanted to make a difference in our community, in our nation, and that's what we did. And
Okay, I think your mic is not working.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he's going to
got it.
get it charged. Yeah. Thank
This
you
is
all
what
for waiting.
Yes, thank you. This is what I love about Zoom because it's kind of like the things that could happen in real life really does happen. So actually it's really nice. It's kind of like live. Thank you everyone for your patience today. What? So where is everyone joining from? New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Did he leave, Ellen?
I think he just did.
Oh, okay. I think he's trying to reconnect.
Yes.
Okay. Just hang on, everyone.
Okay, perfect. So how's everyone doing? Let's see. Yes, Katharina. If you guys wanna utilize that chat room, that'd be really great. I have someone actually talking of K2 and Katharina Cortez. When I first heard of K2, I first heard of K2 when I saw his Facebook post, which was so real and vulnerable. He really impressed me. And is he back?
Yes,
I'm
he's
so
back.
Yes,
I'm good.
you're
All
good.
right, everything should be
Yeah.
back. You know what? The first, I tell you, this is not normal, but this is the first time this ever happened to me. And you know what? It must be a Wednesday, and it must be a hump day, and things happen, right, guys? And the
Yes.
same goes with our business. Things gonna happen all the time in your business, in your life, in every single thing that happened. But what matters, how you bounce back from that. All right, guys. So with that being said, you know, my story is simple, and I hope it makes sense. My apology for that, Lisa. This is the first time, and it must be because that's how it is. And you know what? And you know, we were looking for freedom, and I was very fortunate to be a part of the community. I love my community, and you know, thanks to success that I've had, I was able to help take care of my community, right? So when it comes to success, I want you guys to understand that you know, success is all about why you join a company like this. And many of you guys, I've learned from Lisa and from our incredible MC that this is the winning team right here. You guys are the winners. And the fact that you guys are showing up, you know, that let me know there's the reason why you joined New Skin. The reason I joined New Skin was simple, guys. You know, I wanted to take care of my children. You know, being a single father, that's the most hardest thing you can ever, you know, experience being on your own and you got two children to care for and you have to make a choice between having a job or having a business or even being with them, being a father, guys. And I realized I never want to disappoint that. And for many parents out there, you know, I want to be the father that's going to be there. You know, that's the way I grew up. My father, as a fisherman, he's gone all the time. So, you know, my greatest feeling is to be there for my father, to be there as a father to my children. And that's why we joined. And I love the fact that, you know, the teamwork. And thanks to this incredible type of business, this type of industry, this is my son when he was first born, right? When I chose the decision to be with him, to find a business. When Terry too came and said, "Hey, you know, here's an opportunity to do something with your life. Be there for your kids. Build something where your kids can be around." And this was him. You know, when we celebrated our Chinese New Year, and you can see how he literally grew from the day he was born up to the moment we built this business together. So you know, I love the fact that this type of business allow you to do something much more and be something much more. And you know, my greatest story is simple. As you guys can see, I just wanted to go out there and you know, as my daughter when she was working with me, this her right here, you know, being with me constantly 24/7. So being Asian, you know how we are. We're all about working, right, guys? We're all about going out there and then making money. Growing up, you know, parents are never really around, right? You know, we'll probably hold 2 jobs, 3 jobs. So I understand the feeling, but I wanted to hold a job or business that my family, my children were with me. And literally I was the babysitter, right? And I was the one that was there. So you know, there's nothing more I can share when it comes to success, right? Because people like Lisa Park and Paul and them, I mean, they got it. There's nothing I can probably share with the team on here that's probably different from anything they have ever shared you before. I can assure you that because when it comes to success, I've learned that, you know, we might be different people and we might have different stories, but the principle, the fact, the true when it comes to building and being successful, right? Nothing really changes, right? We all gonna have to put in the commitment. We all gonna have to do the same thing. Does that make sense, guys? Right? Whether you're a Jeff Mack and Nathan Rick, or the greatest leader that you guys have known, you know, you're Mr. Park, the number one Park, right out there, right? That owns the whole, a Korean market. So you guys have to understand, you guys are very fortunate that you have such great leadership that's training you. And none of that really is different when it comes to success. We all have to pay our dues, our fair dues, right? Nothing comes by accident, right? It comes by commitment. It comes by the key things that you're going to learn. But today, hopefully, I get to share with you a few key principles that I've learned along the way that made all the difference in my life, which is different from success. It's just the intangible things, right? The things I've learned that made my business stronger, made my business more buildable. Is that okay with everybody on here? So it's nothing new. It's just things I've learned along the way, right? It's just things. It's like, you know, when you touch a hot stove, you realize, oh my God, that stove is hot. I'm not touching it again, right, Ellen? No way, right? And these are intangible things I've learned. So hopefully it make a difference to some of you guys, and it make a difference to you as well. So Catherine, Julie, right? Paul and Mindy, hope you guys are tuning in. And the first thing I've learned in my journey of success is that I always sat in the front, right? And this is so important because when I took it back and I've said, well, how does sitting in the front, Katharina, did I say that right, Katharina? That's an incredible name. All right. Hopefully I did it on the first thing, but I was hoping that, it makes sense. Like, well, how does sitting in the front will help me make a six-figure income? Well, how does sitting in the front? You see, because I've learned that when you sit in the front, team, you take charge. You take charge of business, whether you like it or not, Paul, right? When you sit in the front, things change for you, right, Lee? Okay, Kathy, when you're in the front, you listen more attentively. You have no distraction. You're totally focused. Your business mindset rises to a whole new level. See, Lee, you're in business anyway. So, when you go to an event, back then when I believe it or not, guys, I've learned this, okay? When I first went to class, I was a 4.0 student growing up, in elementary and in middle school, and then in high school, right? We went to a new school, we moved to a new city. I went from Monterey to San Jose, didn't know nobody, and I kind of got scared, started sitting in the middle, right? You know what I mean? And then when I started seeing the middle, I went from a 4.0 student, an A student, to a B student. It never really made a difference to me. I never understood that, right? And then when I went to college, I became more timid. I started sitting in the back, right? And then people go, well, what's going on, right? Suddenly my score dropped, my grades started dropping because I realized the people, when I was sitting in the back in college, when I asked what the professor, the guy to my right, Lisa, well, what's he talking about? And then, the guy go, huh, right? And then when I asked the guy to the left, hey, what's the teacher just said? Huh, right? That's what happened when you sit in the back, guys. Those are the people you get to hang out with, right? And you wonder, why sitting in the back has an impact in your life. So don't sit in the back, fight for the front. You see, leaders, sitting in the front lead you down the winner's path. See, when you go to a great event, like a new skin event, where do you see all the leaders sitting? Where's all the VIP table? Where people are fighting to be? In the front. So why won't you fight for the front, guys? Why not be at the front at all costs, June, right? Don't sit in the back. Don't sit in the middle. You're going to be at an event anyway. Be there and sit at the front, right? Be there and be there all the way. Don't just be there halfway, right? You're putting time, money out. So great leaders sit in the front, they fight for the front, and they are always ready. Does number one make sense to you guys now? Right? Okay, by nod of head, yes. Okay, make a little bit sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'm just sharing you what I've learned. All right. Some of the stuff I learned might not even make sense, but it makes sense to me. Just make sure, obviously, these guys are sitting at the front, but obviously that's not a new skin event. You can tell that already, okay? That obviously not a new skin event. You don't want to be at that event, okay? All right, so you guys want to be at the new skin event where it's much more exciting. Number two, make eye contact. All right, these are the things I've learned, and I think it's so important because when you look at people in the eyes, they can see through them, right? Can't you? Right? Lisa, when you look at your husband and you're like looking at him, you can see right through what he's saying to you when you first meet your spouse or your partner, right? That's what I'm saying, right? So eye contact is so important. Most often, eye contact speaks louder than words. See that? And, it's funny because when I think about eye contact, I think about being Asian, right? See, because Asian, I remember growing up, my parents always tell me, don't look at people in the eye, it's rude, right? So, you never look at people in the eye growing up, and so when I got into this business, my mentor told me, hey, look at people in the eye. Because, can you imagine buying a car from a guy that's selling you a car, he never looked at you in the eye? Would you buy the car? Probably not. This guy's probably not trustworthy, right? The same thing in this business. Can you imagine telling someone, hey, this product really works, right? And you never look at them in the eye, well, it works, just rub in your face, just try it. Don't look at them, right? Do you think they'll buy from you? Probably not. So it's so important that you look at people in the eye, right? I've learned that making eye contact establishes trust and confidence. See, when I was first starting, guys, right, I was afraid to look at people in the eye. So, Ellen, if you're like me, I start at the nose. I just kept on staring at the nose, right? And it looked like you're looking at them in the eye. And then eventually you move up to the forehead. And then eventually you can look at them in the eye. That's the best way to start, guys. All right? Believe me, I've been there. I understand, right? Okay, these are things I've learned that made all the difference in my business, and hopefully it'll make a difference in yours. And I'm just telling you right now from experience. All right, Julie, you got to do it. Look at them in the eye when you talk to them, okay? And last but not least, number 3, as moving along, walk faster, right? Okay. Julie's smiling like, how does walk faster is gonna make me more successful? Well, you know what? Your action and your feeling go together. When you walk, when you're sad, you notice that you kind of walk slow, right? Yeah, don't you notice, Mindy, when you look at someone, you can tell whether they're happy or they're unhappy, right? Or they're sad by the way they walk. If they walk slowly, their hands are down, their heads are down. This person not, they're not in a state of excitement, right? See, when you're happy, you tend to walk faster, right? You tend to move. In this business, I've learned that environment you're in also affect your action. See, it's kind of funny because when I'm having a bad day, right? Even my car seems to know that, right? You ever realize that when you have a bad day, your car seems to even drive slow, right? But like you can be driving a Ferrari, and if you have a bad day, it just seems like nothing is going right. And you can be in a Corolla, and it's a good day, and suddenly feel like it's a BMW X5, right? And that's what I'm saying. How walking faster. Don't wait till you feel good before you do something, right, guys? I learned that. You can't get much done in life if you only work on the days you feel good. So you got to walk like as if, it's 2021, guys, believe it or not, right? New Skin is going through a whole new change. This is not the time to, take your time, and you got to walk like there's purpose. You got to go like, your team got to know you're going somewhere, right? My team, when they see me, I'm always walking somewhere. I'm always I have purpose, right? Life got to be about purpose. If you don't have purpose, what are you doing, right? People got to know you're going somewhere. One thing I've realized, I don't have time to waste in 2021, right? I'm not going to slow down for nobody. And I have to walk like if I'm going somewhere. And if you want to go with me, you got to run fast, right? We don't have time to waste, guys. All right. The word is waiting on us. People are waiting for us to come up there and make a change. People are waiting for us to go out there and say hello to them, to impact them with this opportunity that we have in our hand right now. Does that make sense? Right, June? Right. And that's what we're all about. We're all about making an impact in people. So how we make an impact, that makes such a big difference. So it's so important that we're able to go out there and do that, right? Walk as if you have no tomorrow, as if that guy behind you is a Grim Reaper, right? Okay, I can guarantee you this: if you knew today was your last day, you wouldn't be wasting time, right? On little things. You wouldn't be just taking your time. How about that, right? New Skin, not time to be wasted. Number 4, talk louder, guys, right? Talk a little bit louder, speak up a little bit more. When you're sad or tired, you talk in a low voice, right? And especially nowadays when people meet me, they know I'm excited about New Skin. Can you guys tell me I'm excited? I'm excited about the Himalayan team, right? I'm excited about the folks on this call right here, right? I'm excited about you guys because everything you guys are, representing, the fact that you're here on a Wednesday, that already tell me that there's something about you, right? There's something about you showing up that already, like, I love how she started. It's about showing up. And the fact that you showed up, that already tell me that speak louder than your word. But sometimes you have to speak a little bit louder, right? I'm not saying don't yell at people, right? Don't yell, right? Nobody like to be yelled at, right? But speak up, speak in a more positive tone, speak as if you meant it. When you communicate, sometimes it doesn't matter what you say, right? What matters most is the tone of your voice, the expression on your face, and the movement of your body, right? People can tell that you're excited. Just raise your voice up a notch. You feel a little bit stronger. See, imagine, especially nowadays when you're prospecting people, it's kind of funny because every time I call home, my mom, she always know whether I have a good or bad day, or my kid, my daughter, I pick up the phone, I go, Dad, do you have a bad day? Right? And they know, right? It's funny. It's like they can tell through your voice, or your partner, right? Right? Your partner can tell when you have a good day or a bad day, right? Why? Because of the tone of your voice. And that's why the same thing goes when you're prospecting people on the phone, right? When you're calling them, they can tell whether you're excited about it. If I'm calling June and I'm like, June, I got this opportunity, June. It's really nice. It's really good. You got to take a look at it, June. It is powerful. It's exciting, June. June, will you take a look at this thing for me? I mean, June is gonna like, yeah, okay, I'll think about it. But if I was an Ellen and I'm like, hey, Ellen, oh my God, OMG, OMG, You gotta take a look at this. This is so amazing. I just heard this. I just saw this photo. I don't know. I just spoke to Lisa and she just got me excited. And I don't know what I'm saying, but you just gotta meet this guy. You just gotta meet this guy. You gotta meet this guy named K2. I don't know. He sounds like a mountain, but dude, you gotta understand what's going on here, right? What's the difference there? The excitement, the level. I raise it up a notch, right? Guys, are we learning something here? Are we having a good time? All right, awesome. Okay, good. So we got to understand talking loud will make a big difference, right, Mindy? So, raise your voice. I know being Asian, we try to talk all soft and sweet and, but it's okay. Be confident, right? Smile, guys. All right, have fun. Okay, one thing I've learned in this business, a smile affects people more than anything else. I wonder what you're saying. K2, how did a smile allow you to make your first six-figure income? Easy. All right, it's very easy, guys. The best way to communicate to someone is smile. See, back then, when you smile, you change the attitude of people around you, believe it or not, right? I'm standing at a gas station, Katrina, and I'm like pumping my gas, big old cheesy smile, right? And like they look at you and they're like, man, he seemed happy. Hi. And can you try to get mad at someone that's happy? Try that. I guarantee you it does not work. Back then, my ex-spouse hated, she can't argue with me because, when she argue, I'm happy. You can't get mad at a happy person. All right. So be happy, I tell you one thing, smile, believe it or not, smile, even if you look like this dude. Okay. Believe it or not, smile, even if you smile like him. Right? What choice do you have? If he can smile, why can't you? Right? See, a smile, give a stranger a smile. You never know. That might be the only sunshine you see today. That, a smile start a conversation faster than anything else. Believe it or not, Em. Right? Em, smile. Right? You see, the moment she smiled, I'm like, yay, I like this group. I like this crowd. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. So it does make a big difference. Go out there and smile. I know it sounds elementary, guys, but it's the truth. You're going to make income out of this. Number 6, dress sharp. Okay, I've learned one thing about this. When you dress sharp, you feel better. You look more professional. And you know what? I can tell this team right here, you guys look good. Even on a Zoom, you guys are looking good, right? Mindy, you guys looking awesome because that shows you're serious. People need to know you're serious, right? One thing I'll tell you, people don't want to follow a sloppy leader. And let's be honest, would you follow a sloppy leader? No. So don't be one, right? Look good. I'm not saying don't be plastic fantastic. I'm not saying go out there and just wear a tuxedo every single day, right? Okay, I'm just saying look good. Look like the way you guys are looking right now. The way you ladies, the way you gentlemen are looking, you looking awesome, right? See, when I was broke, I forgot to dress. And do me a favor. One thing I've learned that if you have a meeting, get your guests to dress nice. We're a $1 billion company, right? We're a multi-million-dollar opportunity. Why not get your guests to dress good, come to an opportunity, feel good, look good, and feel good about the environment, right? And I've learned that it's so much important, guys. That little things you do. When you dress up, you move up. Back then when I was broke, when I was a college student, I didn't have, what I did was I bought 3 shirts, 2 pants, right? 2 different color pants, right? 3 different color shirt and 2 tie. So that way, every single day, all right, of the meeting, I can change my shirt, I can change my pants. They all look like I got new, different clothing, but really, honestly, I only got the same 3 things I wore over and over and over and over and over and over and over, right? Okay. And I remember the first time my upline leader, Terry, too, she, sometimes the leader, they tell you things you don't want to hear, right? I'm pretty sure Lisa probably told some of you guys something. You're like, man, I don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. And I remember back then, Terry took me one day and she said, K2, do you know why you don't have no success? I said, I don't know why, Terry. What's going on? She said, because you dress as if you want the world to know you're broke. I'm like, whoa, wow, geez. It hurt, but it made the sense. I was dressing baggy jeans, baggy shirt, baggy everything. And it was true. It's as if I walk around and I want the world to know that I'm broke and nothing. And I'm not saying that, people judge you on how you dress. But I remember that she said, well, Katie, do me a favor. Go out there. Here's $100. Go out there, buy you some shirt. And that's what I did. I bought myself something. And I remember the first time I dressed up and I went to a meeting and the gentleman opened up the door for me and he said, well, here you go. And I'm like, oh, geez. wow, someone opened the door for me. This feels kind of good. You know what? I think I'm gonna dress up more often, right? And that changes everything. Because sometimes dressing up make all the difference in your in your word, guys. So they say dress, if you dress down, you move where? Down, right? So dress up, look good, feel good about yourself. Come early, stay late. I love this right here. You know what? You know, First of all, I want to respect time. I know that we're going over time. Only got 3 left. Are we okay with this? Are you guys okay with me going over? Can I have your permission to go a little bit over time? All right. I know 7 o'clock. As long as I have your permission, I want to make sure I finish this because I want it to make sense. Come early, stay late. I've learned that a lot of us when we build a business, most people come to a meeting or they show up on this Zoom as if as if it's like work, right? Or like going to school. The moment the bell rings, bing, I'm out, right? Bye, guys, right? Come on, guys, this is a business. I don't know how many of us are business owner, but business owner, you're the first one there, you're the last one to go, right? And that's one thing I've learned. You have to treat this thing like a business, right? The minute the meeting's over, most people just go to the parking lot. I'm tired, I'm hungry, they complain and all that. And all they do is they go home, they watch The Simpsons, right? Nothing really changed. See, I've learned that when you come early to a meeting or you hop on early in a Zoom, you get to watch, like early today, we're me, myself, Lisa, and Ellen, and June, we're talking about, we're strategizing. See, little things like that make such a big difference in your business. You get to learn what the leaders do, right? You get to learn the little things that leaders do that make an impact in their team, right? And then you stay a little bit later. And I love the fact that Lisa's like, hey, we have a little a session afterward, and most people, I'm pretty sure most of you guys might not even stay on the after, session. Because see, for me and my team, we have the meeting before the meeting, and the meeting after the meeting, and the meeting during the meeting, and the meeting after the meeting, and the meeting, and the meeting to plan the meeting before the next meeting, and the meeting to plan the meeting after the meeting after the meeting, right? We have meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. How many meetings are you on, right? Those are the meetings that's going to make your business. And I can see, that's why you guys are successful. You guys have a bunch of meetings too. See, I tell you, leaders do the same thing. Nothing changed. We have the same fundamentals, right? We have different personalities, but the same thing goes. Remember, guys, success is no difference. I love that. We're getting somewhere here. Since you go to the meeting anyway, why not come early? Why not have the entrepreneurial spirit? Why not have the entrepreneurial mindset, right? Be like a Lisa Park, be like them, right? I've always looked at them, in the meeting. I can tell you this, I can always spot where they're sitting. I have never seen Lisa or Paul anywhere else but in the meeting, right? Okay, and the only time I see them get up it's funny because the only time I ever meet them anywhere, I'm not talking about Lisa, but Paul, is in the restroom because we have to go, right? But other than that, we're in the meeting. Okay, and I'm just being honest with you guys. So when you come early and stay late, you're in control, guys. You're in business. So be in business. This is what you are today anyway. You're in business. We're not your job. We're not your thing. So I hope it makes sense. Number 8, declare your intention publicly, right? If you want to go somewhere, I've learned you can't ever hit a goal unless you declare it to many people, right? Unless you're serious about it. See, I mean, a goal is not a goal unless someone knows about it, right? But the moment you declare, believe it or not, if you, for example, June, if you want to be a team elite, let us know. Say, I'm going to be a team elite after this meeting. You guys just watch me. Just by saying that, your goal is halfway done. The rest of it is up to you now, right? Okay, it's not up to anyone else but you. So declare your intention, guys. Let people know. You want something. Because many of us, we have what they call the goals, and we're like we're like that silent agent where like you don't want to be like a James Bond 007 agent where you're in this business and no one know about you, right? No one know what your goal is, right? You're just you're just on the right? Come on, guys, let us know what you want. Let your leader know, let your upline know, and they're going to help you. And that's just a secret. All right. Number 9, raise up and stand up, right? Once you declare something, when it comes to challenges, many people ask as if they can hardly stand up to their challenge. Just raise up, stand up to what you believe in. For example, if I were to say, I understand, it's as if we went through life carrying too much baggage. I understand, all the no's we've been through, all the negative relative. I understand we've been through there, all these people that, that have held us back, right? And I realized that, you got to stand up for something. You got to stand up in your dream. Your dream is so important. When I realized you know, I missed, when I first had my first daughter, and I worked so hard, and I realized that the greatest thing I've learned, that, what, we can always have more money. We can always have more time. I'm sorry, we can always have more money. We can always buy more things. But one thing we can never get back is time. I lost the time with my daughter when I lost her first step. I didn't see that. I missed her first word. I didn't know what it is. I missed all those important things. And I know that no matter how much money I make or how much where I'm at, I can never get those back. And that's why when I found out I was going to have a son, I was so excited. I realized that, what, I'm never going to do that. I want to be there. And the funny thing is, thanks to this business, my son took his first step on Valentine's Day. And I was there to record it, to see it. I mean, guys, you can't go wrong with that. That's the greatest joy. If you ask me, I'd give up anything just to have those time again. So raise up to something. It's your dream. Believe in it. Believe in it good enough that you're going to, like, for example, today, if I'm going to say, how many of you guys really believe in your dream? Raise your hand as high as you can. Raise your hand as high as you can. Right? As high as you can. All right? Higher. Hey, I got you right there. If it's as high as you can, how can you go higher than higher? Right? So just what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to give it your all, give it your all the first time. Give it all you got today. Give your business everything you got. And if it didn't work, at least you say, I gave it all I got and it didn't work. Does that make sense? Don't just let me see how it is, right? Don't be like my friend that's the analyzer, right? They analyze, let me learn more, let me learn, let me analyze. And next thing you know, they got paralyzed, right? And nothing happened. And then 3 months, 6 months down the line, they're so paralyzed that they're okay, too, this thing doesn't work. I didn't make no money, but dude, you were paralyzed. You didn't do anything. All you did was analyze, right? So that's the goal, guys. So raise up to what you believe in. Today is your moment. Stumble forward, stay confused. That's my number 10. And it's the most important thing I've learned in this business. I teach everybody all the time. You see, most employees, most people, they come into a job and they can stumble forward so easily, right? They can just, I know some of you guys been in one of those job interviews, right? And then you're like, don't worry, I got this. I'm the person for your job. You know what? I know everything about this job. I can do it. And you promised them everything, and you didn't. You know darn well you didn't know anything about the job, right? You don't know what you're doing until the first day when that person taught you how to work that job. Is that right? Right? How many of us have a job before, right? And we seen that, yeah, hire me, right, Mindy, right? Hire me, right? I know everything about you, right? You see him. So you know what I mean, right? Yeah, I'm the person with the job, right? And we don't know nothing about that job. But we do it anyway, right? We stumble forward. We stay confused. We learn to work at this job, didn't we? Right? You learn how to work at your job, right? You learn how to do your job eventually. See, but that's the problem with this business. People come in here and they can't wait to know everything before they do something, right? A lot of, and I know I'm not talking to this team here because I heard you guys are not brand new folks, but if you're the brand new folks and you're coming, well, I need to know about this. I want to know what's in this water. I need to know, suddenly I need to know what is in this Lumi Spa thingy right here, right? I need to know the ingredient. You ever have one of those persons that just need to know everything, right? I mean, it's so funny, I'm like, well, do you need to know what you're eating in your cereal every day? Do you need to know what is in the beef patty that you order at McDonald's every day? But now you want to know what's in this natural ingredient facial wash. Jeez, do you know everything that you know in your Suave shampoo? Do you know everything you need to know in that bar of soap that you use? They call Dove natural, but you know what? There's chemical in there that's not natural. Just to let you know, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not clowning on Dove. I'm just saying, right? There's people like that, right? Okay. And you know what? And that's what I'm saying. So moving forward may seem risky for some of you. I understand that. I've been there. But doing nothing is much more riskier, right? Success is never convenient. I tell you this. I'm pretty sure Lisa and she have been through so many things in her life, and that success would never be convenient. I promise you that.
Did we lose him? Oh no.
Here, Katie, you're muted. Can you unmute?
Okay, so we're back. So basically, I'm just saying, stumble forward, stay confused, team, right? You know, because when you stumble forward and you stay confused, all right, even if you're moving forward, okay, your activities, one thing I've learned that your activities create knowledge, but knowledge won't create activities. Many people, they just want to learn and learn and learn and don't do anything. I tell you one thing, the greatest way I learned is when I went out there and I did my first demo, right? When I first did my first demo on someone's face and see the difference, I'm like, oh my God, that thing really went like this. I'm like, jeez, it worked. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, do you see it? And she's like, I see it. I'm like, I see it. And then you're like, do you want to buy it? She said, I want to try. I'm like, well, what about the other half? We'll buy it and then we do the other half, right? You know, there's no free, right? You know, I'm just, okay, guys. All right, don't say I taught you guys that, okay? But, you know, even if you stumble forward, you're still moving forward, you know? And so if you're going to do a demo, make sure you do you make the demo and you better make sure it works really good on the other, you know, on the first half, right? And then the second half, like, well, do you see it? Yeah, I see it. Well, then buy it. Well, what about the other half? Well, buy it. I mean, well, buy it so you can use it, right? What's the point of me just doing the other half? Just buy it and then now you can do the whole half, right? Right? So even if you're stumbling forward, you're still moving forward. You know, guys, I've realized. So just step forward in this business. Step forward in 2021. Step forward with new skin, you know. And I want to leave you with my final thoughts. And I realize no matter how many mistakes you make in life, I've learned, you know, that or how slow your progress might seem in this business, you know, or how it seems like you're never getting where you're at. You know, just understand that you're still a way ahead of everyone who isn't really trying, who isn't even giving their dream a shot, who isn't even being on this call or being on the Zoom. So, you know, never give up, guys. Never lose hope. Always have faith. It will allow you to cope in trying time. You know, when past as time does do, just have patience. Your dream will come true. Believe me. There's moment, you know, when I first built my business, my first year, I had nobody on my team. No one believed in me, right? You know, but I believe in my dream. I believe in my dream good enough that I put that smile on and I kept on talking and I kept on learning and I kept on hearing the no's and I heard enough no that eventually I gained the strength and the power and the understanding how to get a yes. So all those no's you're getting right now, guys, if you're getting nothing but no's, believe me, that's just building you up to being able to get the yeses. So without the no's, you don't get the yes. So with that being said, I really appreciate everybody's time. I apologize for the little technical difficulty. It must be the K2 thingy, right? You know, when you climb the mountains, things is going to happen, right? Okay. But most importantly, that we're here, we're learning something. I hope that this message ring true to some of you, and I hope that it makes sense and understand that I'm here. I'm praying for your success. I'm praying for 2021, and I pray that, you know what, each and every single one of you guys will achieve your dream and your success. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your time. And with that being said, thank you so much, Lisa and Incredible MC. I'll put it back to you guys. Have a great, wonderful evening.